Hey everyone! In this video, I'm putting together a delicious breakfast composition using ingredients that I had already drawn in previous tutorials. First, I'll draw a plate, place a fried egg on it, add some sausages and a fork to eat them with, throw in a tomato slice, and finally decorate the whole breakfast with some fresh greens, because we all need a little greenery for a healthy meal. If you haven't drawn the fried egg, sausage on a fork, or tomato with me yet, don't worry. I'll leave links to all the tutorials in the description below so they'll be easy to find. And since you've already had some practice drawing these ingredients in vector, I won't be showing every single step in detail this time. Instead, I'll focus more on the overall workflow and the logic behind building a vector composition. Alright, let's get started. First, I draw the plate using the ellipse tool, and right away I add a gradient to it. Then I add a subtle shadow in the upper left area that falls from the rim of the plate. To create the rim itself, I duplicate the shape I already drew, then tap the touch shortcut 3 times. Mine is currently located in the lower left corner, which allows me to scale the object from the center. This way I enlarge the shape, move it underneath, and rotate it 180 degrees. Then I duplicate the plate circle one more time and turn it into a cast shadow by changing the blending mode to multiply and lowering the opacity. Now it's time to add the first ingredient. To move an illustration from another file in Illustrator on iPad, select the vector object, tap the scissors icon in the toolbar on the right, and choose Copy. Then open your target file, tap the same scissors icon again, and choose Paste. So first, I add the fried egg. Again, all tutorial links can be found in the description below. I place the egg onto the plate, make the cast shadow slightly darker by increasing the opacity, and adjust its position a little bit. Now I'll add the sausages and the fork. First, I ungroup the objects. I place the fork to the right of the plate and simply delete the unnecessary sausage shadow. Then I position the sausages on the plate while slightly adjusting the size and position of the egg so everything feels balanced and harmonious. I flip the second sausage horizontally so it doesn't look too identical to the first one. Once I'm happy with the result, I duplicate the sausages, apply the combine all operation, change the fill color, switch the blending mode to multiply, lower the opacity, and voila, the cast shadows are ready. All cast shadows in this composition are shifted slightly down and to the right because the light source is coming from the upper left corner. Next, I repeat the same process for the fork shadow. And then decide to adjust the fork gradient so it matches the plate better. Now it's time to add the tomato slice. Same process again, place it, rotate it, scale it down a bit, and add a cast shadow. At this point, the breakfast already looks finished. But it still feels like something is missing for a truly healthy meal. So of course I add some greens, not only because they're good for you, but also because they bring a nice fresh green color into a composition dominated by reds and oranges. I draw the greens freehand using the pencil tool so they look more natural and less perfectly shaped. I draw the stem separately using a lighter shade and add a gradient to the leaf for extra volume and depth. Then I continue drawing little green leaves in different places both on and around the plate. After that, I add core shadows to the leaves. Next, I go over the leaves, the fork, and the rim of the plate using a tapered brush to add white highlights. And finally, I notice that the leaves are still missing their cast shadows, so I quickly fix that little mistake. As the final touch that ties the whole composition together, I sprinkle some pepper over the dish, accidentally missing the plate a little bit. And breakfast is ready! I hope you enjoyed this video and that vector illustration feels a little more approachable, and maybe even a bit more delicious now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.